Cupping, a therapy more common in Eastern medicine, is gaining some popularity here in the West due to some celebrity exposure. ABC 7's Alex Redmond explains. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. They may look alarming, but cupping marks are proudly displayed by movie stars, athletes, and people who embrace alternative therapies, which are slowly becoming mainstream.
I'm using a gun to create the vacuum. I'm going to leave this parked here for 2 to 3 minutes to focus and release that tighter area.
Olympian Michael Phelps' back bears circular telltale marks, and Jennifer Aniston, Lady Gaga, and Gwyneth Paltrow are fans of cupping.
I'm only using a few cups at a time, unlike traditional Chinese methods where they might use a lot more cup placement at once. I'm using a more modernized version of this, and I'm only going to leave these cups on there for 2 to 3 minutes. If you leave it on longer, you are crossing over into Chinese medicine, and you definitely would want to know how to use that modality.
Triathlete Kelly Sims says cupping helps inflammation.
There's a lot of use going on, and it absolutely gets deep into the tissues, and it's a huge difference.
Jackie Miller, also a triathlete, says she wasn't sure what to expect.
It just felt like a warm, pulling sensation. And at first, I would get the hickeys that you have been seeing on the news.
Don't call those circular marks bruises, says certified massage cupping educator Stacey Nevelis.
So we can see where there's some area of stagnation, which is a little telling about what's going on in the tissue.
Adding cupping shouldn't hurt, but there's one way to find out.
It doesn't feel painful at all.
Awesome.
And actually it feels better now than it did when you originally put it on.
It'll soften and release, and that just means that it's working.
And the mark Nevelis calls a hickey doesn't last long.
2 to 3 days, typically.
But the more you get it, more regularly that you get cupping, the less frequent you will get the hickeys.
Now, bruises are caused by impact trauma. The marks from cupping are the results of having internal unwanted toxins that have stagnated, pulled up to the skin.
And also that suctioning, obviously. So you had the procedure done.
I did.
Was it uncomfortable? Because it looks a little bit weird. How did it feel?
You know, it was different. I think that the biggest thing was in the beginning when they put the vacuum, the little cup on you and they start vacuuming, you feel your skin being pulled up. So it's like, ooh. And then after a few moments, it's like a release. And then afterwards, Haley, I have to tell you, it actually felt like I could exhale, like my skin had exhaled. And she actually asked me if I had an injury in a particular area, and I said, it's funny you should ask that because I had 3 broken ribs there 7 years ago. She said that the blood was actually coming to the surface
right
there. Yeah, and it was tight. So it pulls the fascia up and then it relaxes it, brings the unwanted toxins to the surface.
Okay, might have to try it. Thank you, Alex.